The flickering candlelight danced across the polished mahogany table, reflecting in the crystal glasses she meticulously placed. A vase of lilies, her favorite, sat as a centerpiece, their perfume thick and cloying. It was a scene crafted for romance, a stage set for whispered promises and rekindled passion. It was all for me, she said, a celebration of our 10th anniversary. But as I stood in the doorway, the carefully constructed illusion shattered. My hand, still clutching the crumpled note I'd found tucked into my jacket pocket, trembled. It wasn't a love letter. It was a goodbye from her to him. "Surprise," she chirped, turning from the oven. A practiced smile plastered on her face. The smile faltered. My face, etched with a grief so profound it felt like a physical wound, must have betrayed me. The note, her betrayal, was a gaping hole ripped through the fabric of my life. "What's wrong?" she asked, her voice laced with nervousness that didn't quite mask the underlying guilt. I didn't answer. Instead, I walked towards her, the note outstretched. The blood drained from her face as her eyes scanned the words of stolen moments, of a love she claimed to reserve for me now poured out for another. Her carefully constructed world began to crumble. The carefully chosen music, the soft lighting, the elaborate meal, all mocked the devastation that was tearing through me. She collapsed, not in a dramatic swoon, but a slow, agonizing crumpling, like a puppet with its strings cut. Her sobs, initially muffled, grew into racking heaves that shook her entire body. But I felt nothing. No pity, no anger, just a hollow emptiness. The woman I loved, the woman I built my life around, was a stranger. I left her there, amidst the ruins of her romantic dinner, and drove. The destination didn't matter. I just needed to escape the suffocating weight of her deceit. My mind replayed every shared laugh, every intimate moment, every whispered "I love you," now tainted with a bitter knowledge of their falsehood. I ended up at a bar, a dimly lit, smoky place I'd never been before. The anonymity was a comfort. I drank, not to forget, but to numb the pain. As the whiskey burned its way down, a cold, hard clarity began to form. I wouldn't wallow. I wouldn't let her break me. I spent the next few days in a haze of grief and planning. I contacted a lawyer, initiated divorce proceedings, and began the slow, painful process of disentangling our lives. But there was one loose and I needed to tie up. Him. I tracked him down easily enough. Social media, it turned out, was a cheater's best friend and worst enemy. He was a colleague from her office, a slick, overly confident type with a smile that now made my stomach churn. I found him at a trendy restaurant, lunching with a group of colleagues. I walked up to their table, the silence of my approach amplifying the tension. His smile froze as he recognized me. "Enjoying your lunch?" I asked, my voice low and controlled. He stammered, his eyes darting nervously around the table. His colleagues, sensing the charged atmosphere, fell silent. I didn't raise my voice, didn't make a scene. I simply laid out the facts, calmly and clearly, for all to hear. I detailed their affair, her lies, the devastation she'd wrought. I watched as the blood drained from his face, as his colleagues' expressions shifted from amusement to disgust. His carefully constructed image, the charming, successful businessman, crumbled before my eyes. "You've destroyed my marriage," I said, my voice finally cracking with emotion. "And now I'm going to destroy yours." I left him there, the silence ringing in my ears, his reputation in tatters, his world collapsing around him just as mine had. It wasn't enough to erase the pain, but it was a start. The divorce was messy, protracted, and emotionally draining. She pleaded, begged for forgiveness, claimed it was a mistake, a moment of weakness. But her words were hollow, meaningless. The damage was done. I sold the house, the symbol of our shattered dreams, and moved across the country. I started over, rebuilding my life piece by piece. It wasn't easy. There were days when the grief threatened to consume me, when the memories of what we had lost clawed at my throat. But I persevered. I found solace in work, in new friendships, in the simple act of putting one foot in front of the other. Slowly, painstakingly, I began to heal. Years later, I received a message from a mutual acquaintance. She was living alone, Her career in ruins, ostracized by those who once called her a friend. He had left her shortly after the confrontation, his reputation tarnished beyond repair. They both paid a heavy price for their betrayal. I felt a flicker of something. Not quite satisfaction, but perhaps a sense of closure. Their downfall didn't bring back what I had lost, but affirmed that actions have consequences. My life wasn't what I'd envisioned. The future I'd planned, the one with her by my side, was gone, but in its place I built something new, something stronger, something entirely my own. The scars remained, a reminder of the pain I'd endured, but they were also a testament to my resilience, to my ability to rise on the ashes of betrayal and forge a new path. And in that, I found a strange kind of peace. So guys, if you all liked today's story, please like the video and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon. Thank you for watching.